A federal appeals court is weighing in on the deployment of National Guard troops in Illinois. On Saturday, the court ruled Guard troops can remain under federal control but cannot be deployed while the appeals process plays out in the courts. Now, a lower court judge had initially issued a temporary restraining order blocking the deployment of troops for 2 weeks. But the appeals court did not go that far in its ruling and said the troops do not need to return to their home states until the court orders them to do so. The city of Chicago and the state of Illinois have sued to block the troop deployment.
One thing I'd point out, you mentioned Governor Stitt, who said specifically, we shouldn't be federalizing troops in one state and sending them into another, that he would be offended if I had troops going into his state. I am offended that Greg Abbott has troops coming into my state. And even Governor Scott in Vermont has called this unconstitutional. So good news, Republicans are now calling out the Trump administration. More should do so.
The Trump administration is appealing the lower court's ruling, saying the deployment of troops is part of an effort to protect residents they claim are vulnerable to violent crime.
Governor Pritzker will talk a lot, I'm sure, about how bad Donald Trump is, about how bad I am, and about how bad the administration is. He is the governor of a state that where its biggest city has murder rates that rival the most violent places in the third world, George. Why is he so mad at Donald Trump for trying to keep Chicagoans safe? He should be mad at the criminals that he has failed to keep at bay. We're trying to help him, and we're trying to help the residents of his biggest city. I wish that he would let us, because he certainly isn't doing the job himself.
Meanwhile, clashes between protesters and federal agents continued in the Windy City over the weekend. On Friday, a journalist with Chicago's WGN TV station was detained by law enforcement agents and later released.